What's good, everybody? You may notice that the quality of this video isn't quite up to the par of the other videos that I have posted recently, simply because I had to give my camera back to my boss at the studio I work with. Now, I know I should have been bought my own camera, blah, 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 but you know, it's kind of hard out here in these streets. So unless one of y'all gonna buy me one, shut the fuck up.
You're watching Anime Sundays.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Anime Sundays, a show where we talk about anime on Sundays. Welcome back to episode 13. We can clap for that. I'm gonna get right into anime you should be fucking watching. Ooh, I cracked myself up. This week on Anime You Should Be Watching, I decided that I would continue shouting out some of the good Netflix animes that most people don't know about. This segment goes out to the anime called Ajin, Demi-Human on Netflix. Quick synopsis about Ajin. It's about a young boy named Kei Nagai who gets hit by a truck one day and finds out he is an Ajin, which is a demi-human type creature, which is basically a person who cannot die no matter what the injury or harm inflicted upon him is. The story kind of focuses around Kei and the main antagonist Sato, who is an older man who's been an Ajin in the game for many years, and he's trying to lead this kind of revolutionary to fight back against the government for the crazy torture and mistreatment against people who are Ajins. I mean, I really like this anime because, you know, it's got that, you know, new 3D kind of pop-out graphics to it, and I mean, it's a pretty cool concept. The Ajins have this kind of black cloak thing called Black Ghost, which they use to fight, that only Ajins can see and normal people can't. And of course, it's very dramatic. You know, I tend to like more mature animes with a lot of death, gore, tragedy. I think season 1 is on Netflix. I can't remember if season 2 is out already. I think there is a season 2, but if I'm mistaken, I'm sure it'll come out soon, so you can check that out on Netflix. Alright, y'all, moving on, let's get into our Let's Talk About It segment. First of all, let's talk about how crazy One Punch Man is. No, in this Let's Talk About It segment, I decided I would ask y'all, what would you be more interested in seeing the newest season of or continuation of? Hunter x Hunter? Or would you all be more interested in seeing Bleach continue? I mean, for me, I do love Bleach. You know, it's safe to say that's one of the top 10 animes of our generation, if not of all time. But to be honest, I'm really more interested in seeing how Hunter x Hunter is going to end or continue. I mean, the episode really only made it to about 140, 150s in that area, and to me, I'm already putting it on par with the great animes that we know and love, such as Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, My Hero, and to see it continue would be something I would love to look forward to. But if you think the continuation of Bleach and the ending seasons are going to be way better than whatever Hunter x Hunter can come up with, please comment below and let me know why. Alright, y'all, let's get into our Versus Mode segment. Ha! In this week's Versus Mode segment, I decided to get a little random with it and pick some very powerful enemies that I don't think a lot of people talk too much about. This week on this Versus Mode segment, I decided to match up Vetto from Black Clover, one of the Eyes of the Midnight Sun, against Katakuri, first general of the Big Mom Pirates. Now, I think this fight actually would be pretty crazy. Now, a lot of you may automatically just say Katakuri obviously gonna smack Vetto, but I don't know how true that is. If you've seen Black Clover, you notice that Vetto was really the hardest enemy they've had to fight. I mean, it took literally like every member of the Black Bulls to, take him down. And Yami was the one that had to deal the finishing blow. I mean, if you ask me, I don't think Katakuri is taking him down so easy. A lot of you may say, well, without Haki, Vetto doesn't stand a chance. But I mean, if you were to include magic as a way to fight Katakuri, I think that Vetto will do some serious damage. Now, of course, Katakuri is one of the hardest folks in the sea on the Grand Line. He's not going down easily. I mean, the man can dodge anything. The man is whipped cream and just a bigger and badder version of Luffy. But then again, Snake Man did take him down, which means he's not invincible. So it's like Vetto's got some serious skills up his sleeve. I don't know. This is a hard one. Y'all gonna have to decide for me. If you have a little bit more detail, a little bit more information about who's maybe just a bit stronger and who will come out on top in this fight, please let me know in the comment section below. Alright, y'all, it is Sunday. I had a pretty crazy weekend in Savannah, Georgia at Orange Crush. I got a lot of catching up to do on some other animes. I'm about to get started on this Dororo or whatever it's called. Maybe a little Bungo, Stray Dogs. Y'all let me know if there's any more heat out there I really need to be caught up on. Appreciate y'all watching. Hope to see y'all next week.